It's Thanksgiving Day, and we set out in the most un-American way possible to celebrate this holiday by heading to the beach. Today we're visiting Carnival's private island, Half Moon Cay. As this island does not have a pier, we will be shuttled to shore with smaller tender boats. Carnival gives priority to higher level VIFP members, so as the Miller family is platinum, they were able to secure transit earlier in the morning, while we had to wait for our turn. As the tender boats do hold quite a few people, the line moved quickly. We waited about 20 minutes till we boarded the tender, and from there it was a quick ride to shore. As we rented a clamshell for the day, we were directed to the rental and shore excursion area once we made it to the island. As it was still early in the day, this area was crowded and chaotic. People were needing assistance with rentals as well as shore excursions, and the staff were very limited. But we were finally able to get the 2 clamshells that we rented. The beach at Half Moon Cay is long, but not very wide. There are 3 rows of loungers, all complimentary, with the clamshells in the back. We rented 2 clamshells for the day at a cost of about $30 each, just to ensure that we had a place to put our stuff and some shade if needed. We had previously never visited the island and didn't know what to expect. The loungers are plentiful, but the areas close to the dock will get crowded. We either need to get off the ship early to secure one of those spots, or be willing to walk further down the beach to find space. Luckily, Lori and Jason were off the ship early and secured a full row of loungers for us and their boys. We were far enough away from the dock that we were not inundated with people, but still close enough that we could easily walk back if needed. When visiting Half Moon Cay, you will need to bring beach towels from the ship as they are not offered on shore. The boy brought some water floats, and of course Mia brought her sand toys, and within no time she was digging in the sand. Although we visited in late November, the water temperature at Half Moon Cay remains warm throughout the year. On our day, it was in the low 80s. The warm temperature, coupled with the calm water, made for some great swimming.
Thanks for watching our kids here at the beach today.
This is so cool.
I don't get out where you can't swim. Unfortunately, drink packages purchased on board do not work on the island. In fact, the only place we know where this is happening is at Royal Caribbean's Coco Cay. The snorkeling was very limited on the island. I am sure that we could have taken an excursion while in port that would have given us a greater opportunity for seeing sea life, but we did not. The kids had fun playing with the snorkel equipment and the water cameras, but there wasn't much to see underwater. Like on our previous cruise on the Mardi Gras, the blow-up floats were a big hit. The kids and adults both enjoyed floating on them. There's no need for an elaborate or fancy raft or lounger. A simple inner tube will work. Disney actually rents inner tubes in Castaway Cay, and I can now see the benefit of them. If you didn't bring one with you, floating mats are available to rent for $15 for the day. Although I don't enjoy the tendering process and not having direct access to the ship, the one benefit of these port stops are the pictures you're able to take with the ship in the background. By early afternoon, we were ready for some food. The cruise line will provide a complimentary barbecue lunch on the island during select hours at the food pavilion. This is a large open-air buffet area that has lots of shaded seating around it. It serves regular island barbecue lunch, including burgers and hot dogs, as well as a variety of salads and fruits. Mylon and I were able to get a cheeseburger on a gluten-free bun, as well as a variety of fruit to eat. You need to be sure to pay attention to the time which the buffet is open. On our day, it closed at 1 p.m. After lunch, we headed back to the beach for some more fun in the sun. Although there were lots of people on shore, the beach never felt overly crowded. We were definitely aware of a large number of people, but there was enough space to spread out. The younger kids convinced Jet to allow them to bury him. It actually didn't take much convincing on Jet's part, as he was a pretty good sport with them all week, especially considering he's a high school senior. The 4 little cousins buried him in the sand and then gave him a few pointy extras as well. There is a kids' water area on the island that has sprayers and slides. The floor of the area is a soft rubber that helped with safety and comfort. I took the kids here late in the day, and for much of the time they had the area to themselves. I can see this area getting busy during peak times, but there were no issues or waits when we went. The kids enjoyed all of the sprayers, but the slides were a bit too small for them. In addition to this aqua park, there is also a traditional playground on the island if you are traveling with young children who need a break from the water. Unfortunately, our day on Half Moon Cay was coming to an end. The beaches had dramatically cleared, and we were left with a quiet, tranquil setting. After a few pictures, we headed to the tender to get back to the ship. We met with our traveling companions at Ocean Plaza. Although we generally met at the lobby bar before dinner, this location was close to the Java Blue Cafe where we could get milkshakes and coffee. There was live music here on most nights, and tonight the evening started with karaoke. Right off this area is the Red Frog Pub. This bar is generally one of the most crowded spots on board in the evening, but on this ship it was basically abandoned. It was nice for us as there was no wait for drinks at the bar. A traditional Thanksgiving meal was offered at dinner tonight. Although it was good, it did not compare to a homemade meal, and on our 6-night cruise it replaced one of the good menus. Dinner at the main dining room can't end without the waiters singing to you. Usually this is just a hindrance to the completion of our meal, but when traveling with family, it is less of an inconvenience. Jagger and the girls had went to camp this evening, so it was up to Jet and Jackson to get the party started. As mentioned earlier, a traditional Thanksgiving feast was offered this evening, in addition to a variety of other options including barbecue shrimp, baked fish, and steak. For dessert, special options included pecan and pumpkin pie. I diverged from my normal chocolate melting cake and tried the pumpkin pie. The dessert did not have a crust to make it gluten-free and just consisted of the pie filling. I was perfectly fine with this and actually would like for them to do it with other desserts, including the cheesecake.